What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Man, I just been thinking a lot lately, like all these topics I talk about on this channel, like, God, how women sort of are being purported this false narrative, how men are being purported this false narrative. These minute topics I've just been like obsessed with, and I don't want that to sound weird, but it can feel really lonely, man, when you're like, if you agree with the kind of things that I talk about, and you kind of try to let the world know, it can feel really lonely really quick. And the reason for that is that people that think like that, like the way that I do and the way that you might, are very far between. And what I really mean is, if you agree that men are weak in this country, I'd say you're in the minority. If you think that this whole feminist movement is actually detrimental for society, I would say you're in the minority. If you're a Christian, you're a minority. And I've noticed a huge correlation between people who agree with the feminism movement being bad, as well as men are being neutered, and Christianity. The two seem to be like they go hand in hand almost. Like a lot of people that agree with one thing agree with the other. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think most people who are Christians are not on the left side of things. I don't think they're in the liberal category. Like, how you get into a routine, like you get into like a day-to-day routine, and that bubble that you're in day-to-day, it can be pretty small. Like maybe you wake up, you go to class, or you go to work, and that's kind of your day-to-day. You don't often go outside of that bubble, right? And inside these little bubbles, it's like I said, it's very rare you find someone that agrees with you, man. And on the internet, you can broadcast what you think and to thousands of people and get it out there and feel less alone. But dude, the way they have this whole thing set up to keep everyone divided, man, you have to almost give it respect in a way of like, dude, this is very, very effective. Because, I could go on and on, man. BLM, LGB, like all these religions, like everyone just divide. Oh, you're not on my team? Like, I want nothing to do with you. And it's hard not to just be sad about it, man. But this is where, like, I'm talking to the men right now. This is where we have to rise up, man, because not many people can see it through to the end. Like most people will fold when they're going through their day-to-day life and they feel like everyone just disagrees with them. A lot of people will just fold to that sheep mindset and follow the rest of the herd. But there's certain people out there, I don't want to say chosen ones, that word has a bit of a bad rap, but for lack of a better term, the chosen ones, man, like we've got to like see through the end of the vision, because as Christians, we know that this life is just but a quick whiff of smoke, if you will. And really what we're living for is for what comes after this life here on earth. And it's so hard to really come to terms with that. And I said in the beginning of this video that I'm almost obsessed with this stuff. And it's not in like a manic way, but it's because I was lied to my whole life. Like I thought one way about the world. Oh, porn's fine. Like, oh, I don't want to be insecure around women. They can go to the club, of course. I'm not insecure at all or anything. Then finally in my early 20s, I'm like, wait. I think maybe this might not be the truth. And listen, I don't care what. Someone that has the last name Tate really helped me see through to that. I don't like. You might not agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything he says. Okay, it's a very controversial topic, but in a very indirect way, man, he did lead me to God. And I don't know for the life of me why he's not a Christian. I don't understand. That's a different topic. But when I started coming across his videos, like I was going through a bad point in my life where I had a situation with a girl that just ended. And I was really thinking like, where am I going wrong? Because I knew that like I was a good guy, at least by society standards. Like I was following the programming to a T. And then I started seeing his videos pop up and I'm like, wait a minute. I really was just programmed to think a certain way. And it's actually a way to think that is completely wrong in terms of our biological programming. Like as a man, like I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, man, but you get what I'm saying. And then I start looking at everything differently, and I start looking at every way that I think and questioning it now. Like for one example, pornography. That's one area that I looked at and was like, maybe this isn't just fine. Like I think we all kind of know in the back of our minds that like it's not good. But if you find out that you're lied to about one thing, then you kind of start going down the list like, wait a minute, if I was lied to about that, certainly that's not where it stops. Certainly there's more things I was lied to about. And I have not found like many people that agree with me on this, man. So just the point of this video is that the path is narrow for a reason. And I know that's in the Bible and that relates to Christianity, but I think it very well correlates with all the other stuff, all the societal norms that are in this world, all the ways that it's normal to go away from God. It's normal to go out to a club and get drunk, right? The Bible's obviously against drunkenness. Premarital sex, the Bible's against that. All these societal norms that are directly opposing the Bible is just so normal to do. The path is narrow, man, and you're going to feel that. I'm not saying you have to go out there and wear your beliefs on your sleeve necessarily. Because, I don't even like doing that, dude, because it's just this thing where, like, people look at you like you're the weird guy. No one wants to feel that. Now, I'm not saying if somebody comes up to me and asks me if I believe in God, that I'm going to say no. I'll stand on my Christianity for sure. And I'll stand on my Christianity when no one's around as well, as best as I can. We all fall short, but the path is lonely, man. The path is narrow, and it's very important that you find a group of people, whether it's online, we can use that as a tool, or if it's in person, you find a couple people here and there that align with what you say, and you hold on to those people, man, and keep each other accountable. And maybe I have yet to really find that, but I just have such a grounded belief in the things that I believe in at this point that if I'm lonely and it feels lonely, then it's lonely. But I have you guys, okay? So it's not as lonely as it could be. So if the path is narrow and you're feeling the loneliness, man, remember, like, you got me, you got my videos, you got all the people in the comments. You got people online there. There's groups online where you can find people that agree with the same things you do, and just keep bettering yourself, man. It's like you should be exercising. If you're disciplined physically, you have no reason not to be disciplined spiritually. Stay in the Word. Read the Bible as much as you can, pray as much as you can. We all have time for it. We all lie to ourselves about not having time to do it sometimes. Guilty. But we can do it way more than we do, man. And, I have questions I have yet to be answered. But, again, I'm going to take the step of faith, and I'm not going to give up in the path that I'm walking, because I need to keep walking this path. The other path I was walking for the past 20 years did not work out in my favor. Nothing really came positively from that. And in just a short amount of time I've been on the path to Christ, man, I've seen my life change for the better. I make a lot of videos here and there about, like, teaching about Christianity, and I'm not going to stop doing that. Those videos that I make are scripted, so I make sure they're biblically accurate. And I do learn a lot in the process of making those videos, but I just want to make sure that I'm learning more than I'm teaching right now, because I have not been a Christian for over a year. I'm going to be doing more reaction style videos. I'm going to throw in the occasional, tutorial, I guess, like the videos like if you're losing connection with the Holy Spirit, watch this, stuff like that. And the thing is like, I just don't want to be disingenuous, and I know I am scripting the videos, but I just want to make sure, like, I want to get to the point where I can learn the Bible and be able to just spit verses off the top of my head and teach people that way. Like, maybe it's not such a bad thing that I'm making those videos, because, like I said, I learned in the process. This is just me thinking out loud, but I don't want you guys to think those videos are coming to an end at all. I'm still going to make them. But my goal, just so you guys know, the real ones who are watching to this point, I do want to put learning above teaching for this point in my Christian journey, just because it makes sense, whatever. But the reaction videos are going to be being made. I'm going to keep making videos like this. Like, I just make these videos at the end of my workouts, man, whenever I'm feeling kind of pumped or whatever. Just because, like, I feel more spiritually susceptible at the end of workouts. I don't know what it is, man. Sometimes at the end of workouts, like, I've like shed tears before, like mid workout to the end of the workout. I don't know what that is. It's just like the endorphins are running, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's super weird. But so just stay tuned for those videos, man. I'm gonna make sure that I keep consistent with this, because it's a blessing to have this channel. I'm still a very small YouTuber, and I don't ever want to take that for granted, because I've said many times before that I have made YouTube videos for years, on and off, but it's a blessing to finally have a group of people, even if it's small right now, that give a hoot and a holler about what I have to say. So that is the message that I propose to all of you watching this. Thank you so much for watching to this point. If you are watching, like the video for the algorithm, and leave a comment, man. Let me know what you thought of this video. We got plenty of videos in the pipeline. Thank you guys for 40K, by the way. Just hit 40K today, and it's been a long road, but it's been a very, it's been a road, enjoyable avenue. I'm going to end it here before this video gets any worse. See you guys.